Oh, yeah. I have to say this out loud. I noticed something today. And I noticed it. I've been noticing it for a long while. And I noticed when I join live chats and I'm trying to interact with the audience. And then when I say something that nobody likes, I get timed out. And I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I should not be sharing your content, huh? Because you didn't like what I said. Because I don't agree with your commentary. And it's not that I don't agree. I'm just responding to what came out of your mouth. I'm not into the group think thing. I'm not into cheerleading. No. Today I was just randomly listening to I haven't connected his name yet. They call him Ron or something. I don't know if his name is Ron, but they were having a conversation and it was about trademarks, okay? And I believe Tariq came out and he tried to discuss, or he told you what the trademark was, but I also did my research as well, and I also understand trademark law. And there seems to be this thing where everyone who is under, I guess, the moniker or the misnomer or the reclassification or acronym called FBA, Foundational Black People. I do not subscribe to FBA because it is a trademark for business, commercial, educational purposes, and la la la, right? And then you want to go back and forth, and I'm being serious. FBA is not a lineage. It is it is what it said it is. It's a trademark. However, I understand the purpose. It does on a biblical, spiritual note. See, a lot of y'all ain't into biblical, spiritual, or none of that, right? So FBA connects with delineation. It also connects to biblical verse, be ye separate, set apart. But y'all not, it's not connecting with you. So when people are like, it's almost like when Jesse Jackson came out and said, oh, on a congressional house floor in 1988, when it only took 6 votes for him to change, the Americans, the copper color brews, indigenous of the Americas on Turtle Island, it was almost like, here come another reclassification. And for some reason, I don't think people understand that everyone that is on Turtle Island, the copper color brews that are indigenous to the Americas, they didn't agree with that. I don't know who's lying to people. When we tell you we're not Africans, we mean that shit. We mean it. All right? All these reclassifications. We can take it all the way back to 1400s. Matter of fact, we can take it all the way back to 70 AD. But y'all ain't trying to have that goddamn conversation. Do I get offended when I get timed out in these live chats? Hell no. That means I can go do something else. Go listen to something else. Go read a book. Go plant some seeds. Wash some dishes. Man, look. All I know is everybody ain't on the same frequency at the end of the day. And you got to know that. And I don't know who half these people are on social media trying to rename us. Here we go with the reclassification again. Now, FBA is a trademark. It need to be a trademark. You gonna be a trademark? Be a trademark. But all that reclassification bullshit, ain't nobody getting down like that. Now, it seemed to be this group, this flood. Oh, we FBA. No. If you're gonna push it as a brand. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a great brand. For whatever purpose that it's supposed to be used for, but to think that in 2026 we group think like AA, that's a trademark too. I was listening, right, and they were arguing about it's not a trademark, it's a trademark, and they're going back and forth, and they're trying to convince. I don't know who these people are that are trying to convince the Americans, the Copper Color Brews on Turtle Island, indigenous, aboriginals, whatever the fuck it is that you want to call yourself, in the Americans, that they from Africa, that they came from somewhere else, that they're just imported. We just imported some Africans from across the seas over here to the Americas. People have a hard time with that. So that lets me know right there, either you're not studied or you're not doing your research. Or technically, if I had to keep it a buck, you're not even spiritual, because you're not even including anything biblical. So you know what? Like I said, ain't no need in wasting your time with this fuck shit, all right? Because that's all it is to me. It's fuckery. It's all fuckery and shit. Yeah. I'm looking at you like, okay, what is this? This some FBA is a new acronym that has been imposed upon the copper color indigenous, the copper color brews of the Americas. I think since, look it up for yourself. It's a trademark. Yeah, it's a trademark, and it's a political term used on social media. And I don't think they did that in the 80s with Jesse Jackson when he voted for the so-called Negroes in the Americas in the 80s, right? But he kept his Cherokee indigenous status. I don't even think anybody noticed when Obama removed Negro and Oriental off the OPM. Y'all want to get real about some shit. Now, I don't know why everybody think when somebody come out with some new term, everybody, well, not everybody, all the so-called blacks, and that's another goddamn term. That's another thing. Black. So you Sibelius Mortius. Look it up. You better go buy your ass a black law dictionary or do something. Because I don't understand why lawyers don't even understand what that means. So if you think for 1 second that I'm offended because you time me out during a live chat, okay, I'm good with it. I'm just listening. Ain't nowhere in law that says that the 12 tribes of Yasharel scattered to the 4 corners of the earth have to self-identify with none of these misnomers, reclassifications, and like I said, I don't have to consent to none of that shit. And at the end of the day, if I travel on my passport, it's going to say American. You dig? That's right. We ain't playing this game. All I see is people arguing about, well, are you from Africa? Are you from America? If you think the United States of America does not know who's who in the Americas, you cloudy in the head. Something wrong with you. And perhaps you're a foreigner. American copper color brews are not immigrants. They're not foreigners on their own land in the Americans of Turtle Island. Everybody else is a goddamn foreigner as far as I'm concerned. Now, that might be a hard goddamn swallow or a pill to swallow. And, excuse me. Ooh, excuse me, I was eating. Or something to hear. All this back and forth bullshit, it's a waste of time. It's not educational. It holds no scholarship. And at the end of the day, what are you really trying to convey here? What are you teaching? And what's the deal? And then you got Dr. Umar talking about American Africans. He trippy. He need to worry about that school that he been trying to open for the last 15 years. And he collected all those donations. Can you imagine donating to a school and that's a Pan-Africanist, by the way. He's a Pan-Africanist who collected donations from so many people. The Negroes, okay? Convincing them that they're Africans. And some of those kids then went on, grew up, graduated from high school that they were attending, while his school is still trying to be built. Let me tell you something. I'm watching a school right now being built. And they don't look like they fucking around or playing around. So I don't know what the hell he talking about. I don't follow Umar. Dr. Umar, whatever the fuck you call him. That ain't even his real name. So I don't know what that's about. No, you're going to be about it, be about it. But all this back and forth bullshit on social media, y'all exposing yourselves. I'm like, whoa, I didn't know all this was going on social media. Shit, this shit is entertaining to me. Yeah. But, like I said, you block me. What y'all call it? Timeout. Oh, you delete my comments. I really don't care. Because some of us, we already know who we are. We know where we're from. And we ain't got time for this fuck shit. And we looking at you like, really? Wow, I didn't know all this was going on. You don't. Until people reveal themselves. We're like, damn. All right. Do what you do. Get it in where you fit it in. The fuck? Serious. I don't know. You might not like half the stuff that I say or post on my social media, but I really don't care. I like to participate on social media. I've been on social media since its inception. And I've seen it evolve. Okay? Seriously. It's very interesting to me. So, y'all carry on. And I guess keep talking. Communicate with one another. That's another thing I noticed. See, when you start blocking people, putting people in timeout, removing comments, you're not having a two-way conversation. You're having a one-way conversation. And the only time, I don't know if we're trying to get into this groupthink type of mode or what, but some of these chat rooms, they talking over one another. There's no scholarship. And I thought, like I said eons ago, the purpose of social media was to educate, to promote, and to inspire and motivate, and to be, if I had to keep it a buck, be like cybersecurity type of thing. That's a career y'all should think about getting into. Carry on. Have an awesome day on purpose, everyone. That's all I got. I don't really get on social media to do anything specific. I'm not into it like that for real. I like social media because it is a communication tool. It is a tool where you can learn from others around the world, period. It's a tool that you can communicate with your family and your friends and strangers. You share content. That's it. Now, if somebody, I need to ask Chat GPT, what was the purpose of social media? I think I already asked it, but Chat be changing up sometime. Chat be getting shady. So Chat is learning, right? Based on the conversations that we're having on social media. I go back and I ask Chat the same one question that I asked one time. Then I go back and then they're like, well, and I was like, no, Chat, but this is what you said, Chat. And they're like, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, yeah. See? All right. Stay tuned. We out here, y'all. That's it. That's all I got. Take care, everybody.